me crack my knuckles. So yeah, I actually recorded this video already, but we're gonna do a retake because I really feel like I could do a better job trying to get a handle on this YouTube thing. You feel me? And just like I did last time, I'm gonna find the filter because of the planet that's on my forehead. Yeah. And this filter did this right last time. Okay, so the talk is on suicide. As I mentioned in the last video that y'all probably ain't gonna see because I'm probably going to delete it if this one turns out alright. No, but we're talking suicide, and I felt like it was such an important. I feel like it's such an important topic to talk about because we're now on October 1st, 2021. And last month it was suicide awareness on the days, it could have been the 9th to the 11th or something like that. So it was a suicidal awareness time, right? But we're also heading into the holiday seasons, and you know, around the holiday seasons, I know we usually see the glitz and glamour of it, you know, with the gifts and the chilling with your family and friends and the food, you know. But there's also the shadow side of it that people don't talk about too often, which is the sadness behind it, the depression that people get behind being lonely or feeling anxiety for having to show up. You know, all types of stuff, which can drive people to commit suicide. Yeah, this is the time when it happened, or you know, people get killed. Okay, so yeah, it's as we exit out this year and we head on to 2022, I'm here to bring awareness to that. All right. So, suicidal thoughts and what to do when you have them, which is what I might title this video. My objective in making this video, trying to bring awareness to it and everything, is I wrote a whole list. Okay, I got like a whole list. That's how important it was for me to do it. I procrastinated on doing it because this should have been done last month. But we gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done, right? And you see the hair? Like, I don't got the dreads no more. But I had them, the waves made them seasick when I was cut down low. And now the curls is going bananas, baby. Yeah, but yeah, I have a hard time focusing. That's why I had to do this nose too, y'all. But we're gonna get right into it. So the objective of me making this video is for us to gain an empowering and well-balanced way of thinking and reacting to life's given circumstances, alright? Which basically means we're not gonna sit here and have our emotions rule over us and guide us on what it is to do. We're gonna have control of our emotions. You know, that's where the sayings, y'all heard the saying, get out your feelings, you and your feelings, shit like that. You know, it came from somewhere. And I feel like at times we could be imprisoned of our feelings, and it can guide us to do things that if we are not thinking, you know, well balancedly, that makes sense. But if we're not thinking well-balanced thoughts, perhaps I should say, then we could do some crazy shit. All right. So yeah, that's the whole point of this video. So what are some type of people and some factors that can trigger suicidal thoughts? We're gonna go over that now. People, it can be depressed people, It can be people with low self-esteem, values, mentally ill, handicapped. Could be mentally handicapped, physically handicapped, like have a missing limb, perhaps don't have no arms, no legs, you know, something like that. Even though I've ran into, like, the ones I've ran into, like, I don't know how they built, like, they feel like on some, like, strong people type stuff. I really, you know, grasp some of my confidence from them as well, you know. But also familial suicide, meaning that somebody in the family or really someone who's really close committed suicide, and therefore it leaves a chance of it being possible to the person considering it, because it happened so, it was something that happened that was so close to them. And there's also victims of being bullied, okay? And that's people, like, you know, they step out of their home, their comfort, heading out into the world, and they're victims of people just talking down to them and treating them like shit, you know. And if you're not built to the core, then it can have you thinking all types of crazies. So let's get to the factors. Certain factors that can also have someone have these suicidal thoughts can be an ending of a relationship. You know, it could be friendship, it could be a family relationship, friendship, or, you know, a divorce to a marriage. There's also an arrest that can happen. Somebody being sent to jail, or, you know, even somebody being sent to the mental asylum, or being sent to a mental health facility at a hospital. You know, that can have a toll on someone as well. And we also have death of a loved one, somebody that was close in the family, somebody that person got their source of life from, you know, which they feel, you know, I'm trying to speak in the perspective of someone in the frame of thought of that. So, you know, when I come off this way, like, that's why. But yeah, they feel like they've gotten, that was their purpose right there. And if that person is gone, then it drains them of the energy to even keep pushing forward. And then you have a series of financial problems. It's no money, life's needs and wants may not be met, so it's like I can't even, you know, really live like how I want, therefore I'm not really living. So if I'm here not living, what is the point, you know? So, you know, I definitely get it. You know, I fall under some of these categories, and most of these categories myself, so you are not alone. Let's make that clear. But to keep it going, you know, for time's sake, we're gonna speak on the history of suicides. I've broken down into 3. Okay, when it comes to us speaking on the history of suicide, and that is in relations to religion, honor, and freedom. Okay, so listed right up under religion, I used you know, I hope nobody takes any offense to this, but I did use the Middle East as an example because you know, my knowledge is not thorough on that, but from what I've seen, like entertainment wise, news wise, this and that, we've known the people in their custom religion to be self-sacrificial to their higher power. And what differs from that is Christianity. Christianity, on their end of the spectrum, would forbid you to even have the thought of suicide, let alone commit it. So there we have it when it comes to religion and suicide. Some thoughts that lies there. We also have honor. Some people, well, when I wrote honor, the first thought that I got in my mind was Tupac's line from the song that I forgot. So if y'all remember, put it down in the comments below. But he said, to die like a man or to live like a coward. Can't remember what song that's from, but it's funny because the line, right when I wrote honor, the thought, that line came in my head. So, to die like a man or to live like a coward. And, you know, Pac is just basically saying that, you know, to live life and to be a coward, you know, when you weigh the two, if you're presented with either or, which would you choose? Is it worthy to sit and live like a coward, or is it more worthy to die honorably? You feel what I'm saying? And I brought up, I wrote Tokyo's death down. Now, Tokyo's a character from the show Money Heist on Netflix, which I'm so upset that I even seen the last episode of the season that they just got through with, because I didn't even finish the other seasons. Like, I went up to the season when they had caught the professor. So that's fucked up how I was at my sister's house and she had the last episode playing. But I'm going to use it to point this example here, so I might spoil it for y'all too. But hey, it's for the common good, okay? Tokyo, in that last scene, she had the bomb wrapped around her body, and then they came ready. You know, she already knew what the haps was. She already knew what she was heading towards, and everybody was escaping, her entourage, and she was left behind. Her dude, the boy, the guy that she was with, he was coming for her, trying to save her, but he wasn't gonna make it. And then at the end of the day, Tokyo inevitably saw that she was going to die. It was inevitable. So she had herself wrapped up in bombs, and when them people came for her, she set the bomb off, and her and them people coming for her died. So I listed that under the honorable, because I felt like if you was gonna take yourself out, like, that's the most gangster's way to do it. Like, nobody, like, you had control of your own death, and not only that, you took the ops with you, kid. Like, if that ain't gangster, I don't know what is, you know? And I can recall in one of Webby, the rapper, in one of Webby's songs, that he said that he ain't never thought of suicide because that's some hoe shit. Kudos to him, because, you know, that means he has a deep sense of self. And I feel like men, they more so get their sense of self from ego, as opposed to us women who get it more so from our womb space, you know, our sacral, what we call the sacral chakra, for the people that's like spiritually conscious and elevated on chakras and all of that. And the men is more so ego, you feel me, which represents like the solar chakra and things of that nature. So the fact that his ego is intact like that is amazing for him to say that, you feel me? It just shows his character and how strong he is within himself. And because I know I've thought that plenty of times, but that's that strength the kid just I had to build over time, you know what I'm saying? And that's what you about to do, and we gonna do, and we gonna continuously do. Because if you haven't committed suicide, and people that commit suicide ain't running to me. And at the end of the day, I will never ever judge those people or call them anything or any kind of name, because at the end of the day, it could have been me. But I'm here, and I'm just here to set some experiences, some things to make you consider. Just consider what I'm about to tell you, right? Because right now I'm flowing off track. So fast forward, Tokyo's death to me was the most realist way to take yourself out. You know, that was honorable. It was not, it was behind a cause. It was something bigger than her at the end of the day because of what she was involved with. Sort of like the religion that I was mentioning with the Middle East. You know what I mean? I know for me, I've been through a lot in my life, but I know that I've had support as well, you know? And if I would have went through with my suicide, then those people that believed in me, particularly my mother, but I would have let her down. You know what I mean? I would have left her. I would have been free from this reality, yeah. But she, other than the funeral costs and the procedures that go with burying somebody and laying someone to rest and all of that, she would have been filled with hurt, with time, with the love that she put in and all of that, and her having to constantly reminisce about that. And I'd have been hovering, floating above her as spirit, like, damn, mama, like, I just said, fuck it on a dream. You know, that's how I feel when it comes to me. And I feel like I would have went up to God, a goddess, my higher conscious, whatever, and then I'm like, you finished your assignment, you did what you had to do. And I'm like, nah. You know what happens when you're in school and you don't do well in your in that grade? You slacked on your work and all of that. You ain't passing the tests, nothing. And you leave early, you skip school and all that stuff. And next thing you know, like, what you gonna tell the teacher at the end? And what's the teacher going to do? More than likely, you're going to repeat the grade again. So that's why I feel like sometimes, I probably already died. Like, I probably already committed suicide. And if I did commit suicide, it was to escape, to escape this reality. But if I committed suicide, I'm right back in this reality. What was the point? I still got the same 5 senses: the hearing, sight, smell, taste, feelings, and all that shit. So I really ain't escaped shit, and I ain't accomplished nothing. So I say to say that if I did do that shit, that was some bullshit. Because what was the cause behind it? Hey mom, like, it ain't gonna happen, like, it just sounds like a lame to me. Like, I feel like what people like, yo, that's lame. I'm not lame, nigga. Like, and then I'm gonna die lame? Okay. But it's not, and it's no shade to those that have fallen victim for that, because at the end of the day, you don't know anybody's situation, and it's them and their conscience that has to go through that, so it's no judgment. Best believe it's no judgment here. Judgment zone at all, period, because life is tough. Life is fucking tough, okay? So if you go through this shit, like, and you can manage to be, like, sane and all of that, like, kudos to you. But it's not to downplay nobody that's done it. I just know that, shit, I gotta be here and I ain't do it. I ain't do it. And It's not to say that I can't do it. It's not to say that I'm any better. But I understand the reasonings of why it's done, why people have the thoughts, and why people actually follow through with doing it. And then when it's done and people do it, you got motherfuckers that come out the woodwork talking about, damn, I knew so-and-so was a little, you know, fucked up or whatever. Like, I tried to talk to him, all that, but, yeah, like, and, you know, like, some of them that shit they gonna drop on people. And then you got some that say things like, damn, like, the way they used to come through with that vibrant energy, smiling, energetic, I would have never thought that. When usually those are the same people that really wasn't there when it mattered, you know, to say the least. Didn't really contribute in a healthy way that could have been helpful and beneficial, if you know what I'm saying. They're going to be the main ones that's going to post your picture on social media or have you, you know, wearing a shirt with your face on it with a whole bunch of bullshit when you're gone. Probably to give them clout. You know, some people do shit like that. Like, they talk just to affiliate you with them when really they had nothing. They was not there when it mattered, but it gives them a sense of attention. You want to delete that? I be thinking about that, and I'm like, man, motherfuckers don't even really fuck with me like that for real, man. They gonna be all on my dick. And that's just, people, you know, are narcissists like that. Believe it or not. You got people will do that for real, yo. Believe me. The whole the whole awareness I'm trying to set is, for me, I could not go out because I could not let it be in vain. If I was gonna go out, which is why I wrote Tokyo's example, got me against that way, yo. Like, if I'm shit, you know, I'm not gonna go out. There's a lot of crazy in this world. So moving forward, y'all, freedom. So again, people, they want freedom from their problems, from their difficulties, from their adversities. All right, we had our ancestors when they were when they were getting the Africans and they were dropping them off in every Caribbean island as well as the US. You had those ancestors that, you know, went on board with it in chains, and then you had some with the chains on, jumped off the boat and was like, fuck it, I'd rather die than this bullshit, you know? So my question to you is, like, who's wrong in a situation like that? Who's the coward in instances like that? The ones who stayed and went on the boat, or the ones who said fuck it? Because the ones that were on boats created descendants that not only gave hope but opened the way, that brought us a lot more further than where we was before, when we were captives, when we were on the boat. You know what I'm saying? You got the Harriet Tubmans, you got the Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings, the Rosa Parks. You got the Dutty Boukman, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. You understand what I'm saying? That came from descendants from those ancestors that were on the boat that did not commit suicide. And then you had those that jumped off the boat, because it didn't make no sense for them to live their life in captivity, because they knew in their mind that it was just as good as being dead. They didn't see as far, they didn't see the big picture, of course, but are they wrong? They weren't scared to do it, I could say that. And quite frankly, they both perspectives are quite relative today. So when I reflected back on me and my situations, and not just, you know, with that particular moment with, you know, like my mom and stuff, it's plenty different moments when I've had the thoughts of suicide. And even, you know, recently I would have the thoughts, but of course these are things that I know that I would not readily act upon, as opposed to back then. Why? Because I don't want it to be in vain. I can't have motherfuckers that ain't really fuck with me have my shirt on, have a shirt with my face on it, when, you know, they won't really hear from me like that. It's, at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want to give love and to be loved. And when we feel like we're insignificant in situations like that, you know, it could be a catalyst to thoughts of suicide. So I already, you know, explained a little bit of my story when it came to suicide and why I'm still here. And the purpose of this video is to, like, this is what I have to say. Like, for example, if you're being bullied, like, now, if I was to be bullied and I was to be suicidal or something like that, for me to have that thought, I will go fight the bully. That's just me. I'm not condoning violence or nothing like that, because it's a chance, you know, the bully could be bigger than me too. But being that I already have that thought, if I get beaten to death, then, you know, I'm dead. But if I fuck around and I beat that bully's ass, how good I'm gonna feel? That's like a roughed up, thug ass looking mean mugging nigga come to like a little rainbowy, bubbly personality, and then they come looking for beef and looking to play Grim Reaper, and they fuck around and get shot and die by a pink gun. Okay? So, you know, the person that was bubbly definitely is gonna feel bad, you know? Don't let people punk you, man. Don't let circumstances. At the end of the day, you are here to have dominion. Motherfuckers that come trying to bully people and shit like that, it's a reflection on themselves. You gotta keep that pot of gold in you brewing. Okay, I had to learn that, and it's getting dark up in here. Let me turn the lights on. Is it bright? Oh my god, you guys cannot even see me like that. Damn, I don't really like this lighting, so now I gotta change the section. But this video is gonna be done very soon anyway, alright? It's just very important for me to let y'all know. Okay, and take it from me. Take it from me, from your girl. So that's all I gotta say. I'm not even gonna keep it pushing with these notes that I have here. I'm just gonna save it for another video. I'm probably gonna create like little episodes and stuff. And yeah, we gonna get through this. We're gonna minimize like the suicidal rates. And we're gonna create, because most of these people that are suicidals are really empathic people. People that feel a lot. People that could really be game changers in this world. For people that think on the religious spectrum of things or spirituality, they will consider them the 144,000 or the chosen ones or this and that. But whatever it is, these are great people. And I'm not going to be out here losing great people so I could be stuck in a world with a bunch of bots. Alright, that's what y'all want to leave me with? A bunch of motherfucking bots? These people are cruel. Alright, let's get together and make our own heaven. Don't leave me here with concern with these motherfuckers, man. Because I'm just going to have to, you know, be a hermit. But I want to be out here vibing too. I want to have heaven now. I want to be reincarnated into opportunity land, having to get out the rabbit hole. Alright, you dig? So anyway, it's been real, y'all. I finally had the courage to muster up and get my ass into a video. And yeah, this is important to me. I'm glad I did it. And best believe you could expect more, because I'm not through talking about this. Alright. Be easy. Peace.